much. So I knew in my head that it was over for me. The first round happened. He punched me. I couldn't throw back. My instincts weren't there. My fast twitch muscles weren't there. And every single round, I literally wanted to die in that ring. Because in my head, I was thinking, if he punches me, maybe I won't wake up. It actually took a very tough beating to get me out of the sport.
By Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao. I mean, he beat the hell out of me. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger.
I wouldn't have loved to fight Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. Sorry. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
You know what? So you had enough of Pacquiao is what you're saying.
Oh, trust me.
Oscar De La Hoya has faced some of the biggest names in boxing history, including Floyd Mayweather and Bernard Hopkins. But one fight still stays with him more than the rest. During that night at the MGM Grand, he reached a point where he felt completely broken, even thinking about giving up in the middle of the fight. For years, people assumed it was simply a veteran being outpaced by a younger, sharper Manny Pacquiao. But much later, Oscar himself revealed there was far more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. And the real story of that defeat is much darker and more unsettling than the public ever knew.
With Oscar, when I first told him, hey, you should fight Pacquiao, Oscar laughed. He's too little. He's too little, that guy. There is a difference of almost 20 pounds. People want to see that fight. People are excited. He's the guy that's coming up. He's fast, Oscar, but eventually your size is going to break him down. Something was not right. I could see it in his eyes. He's not even throwing punches. What is he doing?
Pacquiao snakes his left hand through De La Hoya's guard.
I was like, fuck. He had no legs, he had no pop, he had no punch.
Pacquiao is making De La Hoya look old, slow, ineffectual. De La Hoya has 0 answers.
I was scared. And I said, you know what? The spark's not there. He doesn't have it.
In 2008, many fans dismissed the matchup as a one-sided spectacle. Manny Pacquiao, who once fought at just 106 pounds in the flyweight division, had climbed several weight classes to challenge Oscar De La Hoya, a naturally much larger welterweight fighter. With clear advantages in size, reach, and physical strength, Oscar appeared to have every edge on paper, and most expected a straightforward night. However, as soon as the opening bell sounded, that assumption quickly collapsed. Oscar soon understood he wasn't simply in a boxing contest. He had walked into something far more punishing, feeling as though the fight had turned into a relentless beating from the very start.
Inflated the balloon. I felt like, wow, like here I am on top of the world, beating Pernell Whitaker, beating Julio Cesar Chavez, beating Hector Macho Camacho, beating Sugar Shane Mosley, beating all these fighters, okay? Having amazing fights in their prime and creating some amazing events. And then my last fight, I'm like a shell of myself. And Manny Pacquiao beats me, and he's the next champion. I felt humiliated.
Did you know what was slowing down? Joe Louis told me once that he saw the opening.
Oh, yes.
Just didn't get there.
Exactly. Manny Pacquiao would be right in front of me. He would, after hitting me 15 times, and then I would be ready to hit him, and he would be wide open, and I couldn't pull the trigger. I just couldn't pull the trigger.
So how did a legend get it?
So how did a fighter of Oscar De La Hoya's experience end up so unprepared? It began with a major miscalculation during his training camp. In an attempt to make the 147-pound limit, he pushed his weight cut too far, dropping from around 160 pounds in a way that severely drained his body. By the time he stepped on the scale, he wasn't just lean. He looked completely depleted, barely registering at 145 pounds, even lighter than the naturally...
What was going through your mind at that time, Oscar?
Well, what happened in that fight, I was a zombie. I was drained. I think I had fought Bernard Hopkins at 160. And then I said, let me dare to be great again and fight this young kid who they're talking about at 147. I literally weighed in 144. for that fight. And I was a skeleton. It was too much. So I knew in my head that it was over for me. The first round happened. He punched me. I couldn't throw back. My instincts weren't there. My fast twitch muscles weren't there. And, every single round, if you watch my documentary that came out on HBO called The Golden Boy, it explains to you what I was thinking, what I was feeling. I literally wanted to die in that ring. In the 8th round, everybody was going to stop it, okay? Or the 7th round. One of those rounds, everybody wanted to stop it, including the referee, the trainer. And I said, no, I want one more. Because in my head, I was thinking, if he punches me, maybe I won't wake up, you know?
Were there some other things going on that you wanted to die in the ring?
Of course. I wanted my whole life to die. The whole life that I was living at the time, you know, having to go through rehabs, having to go through, you know, all this fame and money and women and this and that. It was just overwhelming. And now I can't perform. Now I don't have the last thing that I love, that I worked so hard for. I don't have it anymore.
Right.
So just end it here in the middle of the ring. Just punch me so I can die.
Right. Wow. So did you underestimate Manny? Did you understand what he was? I think he moved up from 106 to 112 and had blown through everybody. Sure. 22, 20, 30, 35, 40, 47. Yeah. So you didn't underestimate him. You knew what he got Pac-Man that name for. He got that name for a reason.
Oh yeah, I underestimated him, but it didn't matter. Even if I was a dead man walking. I couldn't.
Why not take the fight at 54?
I don't think they would have done it because he was like you said, he was coming up in weight. It was probably too much at the time. But even at 54, he probably still would have beat me. No shame in my game.
What's the biggest mistake, be it in the boxing ring or in business, that Oscar De La Hoya has made?
Probably inside the ring. I stood in there.
As the rounds went on, Manny Pacquiao's speed became overwhelming for Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar later said Pacquiao felt less like a fighter and more like an unstoppable machine, throwing punches from unpredictable angles that were hard to even see coming. By round 7, Oscar's left eye was badly swollen, and he was pinned against the ropes, taking heavy shots. In those moments, he later revealed he wasn't just waiting for the referee to stop the fight. He was thinking about something much more permanent than a normal stoppage.
How are you dealing with being Manny Pacquiao? You're a global star. You are a national hero.
At the time that I became #1 pound per pound in the world. Yeah.
But how are you dealing with it as a personally? Like being that big, how are you dealing with that at that time?
I never, like, the fans, the world, all commerce, like everything like that. I mean, recognition everywhere like that, even in the Philippines, because most of the people in the Philippines don't believe that I'm gonna win the fight, because even in our Congress, some congressman filed a resolution to stop the fight because it might get hurt me. Like
really?
Yeah.
They were afraid for you.
They said that they said that stop the fight because they might get hurt. Me.
They had no idea.
Yeah. It's just like that. It's like that. So after the fight, like the people, like boom, like that, and then that time, like, you know, wow, this is. But I still, you know, thinking to God for everything, like. All that accomplishment is from God.
But man, your life wasn't the same, man. It wasn't the same. Like, you can't go anywhere.
Modern champions, such as Terrence Crawford and Shakur Stevenson, often study Manny Pacquiao's prime with deep respect. Crawford has even said in interviews that he wishes he had the chance to face Pacquiao during his peak years, describing his rhythm as highly unusual and difficult to decode, while also pointing out the overwhelming amount of punches he used to throw, making him one of the most intimidating fighters of his era.
One fighter that
you wanted to fight, but you weren't able to.
Pacquiao, for sure.
1,000%.
Filipino kid.
For sure. And I try to fight Pacquiao.
Georgia's bestie. Georgia's best.
Yeah.
Full respect. But Skinny Hussein knocked him out for 20 seconds, mate. YouTube, Hussein versus Pacquiao.
Pacquiao for sure. You know, that was a fight that I was chasing for years since I was 140 pounds. You know, and to see him, you know, fight Broner, Tim Bradley, you know, Keith Thurman and all those.
Chris Algieri.
Fight, yeah. Man, I was
No disrespect to Chris.
I was like, man, like, what is going on? Like, these guys is not, you know, like I'm here and he's fighting these guys. I just couldn't understand it, you know? So if there was a guy that, you know, it would be him. And Danny Garcia. That's my boy.
You fought him as amateur, yeah? Yeah, Swift.
We split.
Left hook.
We split 1-1. I think me and Danny would have made for a great fight, you know, being that we knew each other real.
Even at 47, Manny Pacquiao continues to prove he still belongs at the elite level. In July 2025, he returned to face WBC champion Mario Barrios and fought to a majority draw, showing he can still compete with the very best. When asked to choose between a prime Floyd Mayweather and a prime Terrence Crawford, Pacquiao gave Crawford the nod, adding more respect to the ongoing admiration between boxing's modern and past greats.
How about this one? Floyd Mayweather against Terrence Crawford. Uh-oh.
Floyd Mayweather against Terrence Crawford, I think Terrence Crawford.
Why? Why?
In both prime.
Both the prime. You think Crawford is? Why do you like Crawford?
He has advantage. He is a southpaw.
Right. By the way, a switch hitter.
I agree. I think Bubby likes that.
Man, he keeps it simple.
I think Bubby gets that one for sure.
That's a really good point.
I saw Crawford as a southpaw. He mastered it. Like you know, he know how to handle his advantage. He need to maximize his advantage against Floyd.
And then how about Floyd against whoever that's supposed to be?
This incredible longevity is exactly why the boxing world is now buzzing with excitement about the upcoming September 19th, 2026 rematch between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather, set to take place at the Sphere.
Wouldn't have loved to fight Pacquiao again because he kicked my ass. But yeah, there were many fighters out there who I would have loved to fight 2 or 3 times.
You know what? So you had enough of Pacquiao is what you're saying.
Oh, trust me. Right when I walked into the ring, I had enough of Pacquiao.
You thought that when you got in the ring?
Oh, well, Rich, this documentary, my gosh, it's sad too at the end because it shows the whole Pacquiao situation. I was getting beat up in training camp when preparing for Pacquiao. So I knew that was the end already for me because Pacquiao was just coming up.
Yeah.
Pacquiao was like the star in the make.
We see Pacquiao running the mountains every day with 50 people around him. He wants to be the first one. So he's killing himself. He's working his leg. He is the warrior. But at 48, his body can't take that much.
Age is just a number.
And I'll bet you Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shape. He's not training behind curtains. That doing workouts. That is not. That's just to be in shape. And I'll bet you.
Okay, we're here in wild card. We're going to basic. Wild card.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, good to see you.
See you, Hey, congratulations for your team. So soon I'm going to start training for Mayweather fight. Yes.
Although the fight was reportedly announced as a professional bout on Netflix, talk has surfaced that Floyd Mayweather may be reconsidering the format. Some rumors suggest he could be pushing to turn it into an exhibition in order to preserve his undefeated 50-0 record. Oscar de la Hoya didn't shy away from commenting either, criticizing the idea and implying that Floyd's hesitation may come from knowing Manny Pacquiao still poses a serious threat even today.
Yo, what's up, guys? I wasn't going to do a clapback, but all the news on Mayweather, Pacquiao, potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this. Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can fucking take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jake Paul.
Manny Pacquiao's team has publicly insisted that everything is already locked in for a full professional bout, stating that signed contracts are in place and even advance payments have been received. According to their claims, the agreement is strictly for a sanctioned pro fight and not an exhibition. They've also warned that if Floyd Mayweather attempts to change the terms or avoid the professional status, they could pursue a significant breach of contract case.
Of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will ruin, then what else that he can leverage for to go around and have an exhibition match?
I don't know much about the guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what what they're really looking for. It's a dangerous fight because a guy like that beats you. It's, you just made somebody. But I don't know. I think that Team Pacquiao is smart enough to choose the right kind of fights, and at this point in his career at least. And they know. I mean, when people are going to tune in to watch Pacquiao fight, I will.
I'm curious now. You felt Danny's punch, and when I've talked to people, they always say that Manny's punch is a really stinging punch. Yeah. A punch that stays with you.
Yeah.
How do you compare the two?
It's a different punch. I think Manny. I fought a lot of great punchers in my day, and everybody punches differently. And people always ask me, "Oh, does this guy hit hard?" Like, yeah, everybody hits hard.
Yeah.
Amir Khan hits hard. Is he the hardest puncher? No, but he hits hard. Everyone hits hard at this level. So it's just a different kind of punch. Manny's power is very surprising. He cuts good angles. You think you're safe, and you're not. I've overheard Tim Bradley talk about that too. Like, he just cuts such good angles and is able to generate power from those positions. So it's definitely different. Danny's power is more like spring-loaded. Kind of like almost like a Roy Jones-ish.
Okay.
Not so wide, but that kind of really just short whack. And kind
a lot of torque.
Yeah.
I remember I asked Shane that same question, and Shane told me there was that one point where he's like, where the hell are all these punches coming from?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah.
You guy moves, and you lose him, and you feel the vision, but you think he's off balance, but he's not. And he still is able to crack you.
Yeah.
It appears Floyd Mayweather may be coming to the same realization Oscar de la Hoya experienced back in 2008. Manny Pacquiao is not an opponent to take lightly or underestimate. If the bout remains a sanctioned professional fight, Floyd could be putting his perfect record on the line against a fighter who continues to defy age and expectations, refusing to fade like most athletes over time.
In that fight?
Never. Just emotionally.
Explain that to me.
Yeah, I was
You're getting knocked around, or you're knocking someone around. Is there no pain?
I've never felt pain inside the ring. I've been in some very, very tough, grueling, difficult fights. The only pain I've felt was after the fight. I remember I would actually have steaks ready, frozen steaks ready in my room to press them against my face and against my body. It might have been the old Rocky movies that I used to see, but I never felt pain in the ring. It was only emotional pain that I felt when I fought Manny Pacquiao.
The 2008 showdown wasn't viewed as just another defeat. It's often remembered as a mental and physical breakdown that left a lasting mark on boxing history. It highlighted that Manny Pacquiao wasn't merely a skilled fighter, but an overwhelming force few could truly handle at his peak. Now, as anticipation builds for September 2026, the big question being discussed is whether Floyd Mayweather will be willing to step back into that kind of pressure again. At the same time, fans are wondering if Pacquiao still has one more major surprise left in him at this stage of his career. And with that, the discussion continues as viewers are encouraged to share their opinions, stay engaged, and look out for future updates.